Beautiful. Welcome back to the Two Tone Podcast. My name is Jaylen Kale. Alongside me, as always, TT Kale. You can't see him right now because he's incapacitated. um,
The reason that we are
we're re-recording this
yeah.
episode. We had about 45 minutes under the belt before I realized Mason's audio is not recording. Oh shit! I just gave away the guest. But yeah, so we got a fun episode coming up for you. We'll get into it right now. Okay. Okay. Hit subscribe. Hey. Hit subscribe. Hey.
Hit subscribe or your grandma gonna die.
Hit subscribe. I don't think your grandma's life depends on the subscription status of the channel, but I appreciate it if you would, Okay, so welcome back to the Two Tone Podcast. My name is Jaylen Kale. Alongside me, as always,
Theo Kale.
and super special guest. I leaked it a little bit earlier, but Mason Foxlow.
Howdy. Happy to be here. Still.
So, yeah. As you know, I don't know how to do my job, so Mason's audio wasn't recorded for 45 minutes. Hopefully, it's recording now. If it's not, just imagine what Mason's saying.
Right.
We just have a
Can we get
voiceover of Mason.
Can we get an ASL person in the corner? Just doing all my
Yeah.
words.
Yes, I will personally fund that.
You could just throw up ASL hand signs that you like crop the picture, crop it out of the picture that you take off the internet. Every word he says, you just throw up the cropped out picture of the hand sign.
Just put it over my face, like all the signs.
All right, Jaylen.
Okay. So,
is there a way you could double check that Mason's audio is working?
I guess, yeah. Output, we got three checks. We go into here. 1 check, 2 check, 3 check. Okay, so
right.
everything, the math works out. He should be recording.
Okay.
Sweet.
So, I should have done that before we started 45 minutes ago. Anyways, I digress. So, this episode, near and dear to the heart, we have Spiff Diff Kush for the film of the week, and back to the basics. Okay, so my album came out November 18th, whatever day this comes out, I don't remember. I don't do numbers. Anyways, so the album came out November 18th, and it's kind of like an amalgamation of my life up until this point, The album starts out on Basement Tapes B-side, and as you know, I've told you earlier, Basement Tapes is an album that me and my buddies made back in the day, and so I was like, I kind of want to make an album that's an homage to the old band, but I just came to the conclusion I'm just gonna make one song, start the album out, homage to the old band, and so thus was born Basement Tapes B-side.
Hell yeah.
A B-side's usually a whole album, but who's counting? And so the album starts out like that. Just really, rock and roll forward kind of Black Keys, Arctic Monkeys, Jimi Hendrix kind of vibe, and so it goes from that into Butter that music video dropped yesterday. Go check it out.
That, but
Yeah, no, don't do. Okay, so the song is called
off that phenomena.
Okay. Welcome back to the Two Tone Podcast. It's just me. And so
Take 3.
and so the goes into and the song's called that because I couldn't figure out what to call it in the bass line at the beginning. And so I was like, well, there we go.
It
Cash
works.
money. So
There's been way worse song titles.
Oh yeah. I don't doubt it. There's been way worse band names like King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard?
Something like that. Or what's your band, TT?
The Oingo Boingos.
It's a fucking
You don't like the Oingo
terrible
Boingos?
name. That's a terrible name.
terrible names get eyes.
I guess, but oh well, shit.
You think I just came up with Spiff
That's
Diff and
convenient.
Kush off the top of my head? No.
Sorry, I got to bring the album up. I forget how it goes. Okay, so, but at that, it's kind of like a song. Just you know, it just feels like the world's kind of going downhill. There's not really not much good to look at. So if you're I don't even know the word I'm looking for.
Pessimist.
There you go. Very kind of pessimistic kind of
Aw.
song.
Ain't that cute? Lightning's covering his little eyes.
Oh, good Lord.
Good night.
I wouldn't move the camera, but that's a lot of work. Just imagine a cat just
Imagine
covering
a
his eyes.
really cute cat doing something really cute,
And that's it.
and that,
Okay, so
All right, Purple Bus is
moving
about a
on to the purple bus. So, oh jeez, it's backwards. So this painting right here behind me, me and Sam used to do this thing where we'd give each other a noun and an adjective. And one day they gave me purple and bus. And so I was like, okay, well, I don't know what the fuck to do with that. So I drew the bus and then drew the background after it. And I was like, well,
And then drew purple.
No.
Well, you
It's
said
just-
you drew the bus and then the background behind it. You didn't say why is it purple. So you drew
Because
the purple on the bus.
the bus says bus, but the painting itself is purple. Well, mainly.
Welcome back to the Two Tone Podcast. This is a single episode.
take
No, I'm joking.
4. No, take
Four.
12
so-
hours later. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, so purple bus. Sam gave me the noun and adjective for the painting, and then we also do this thing where Sam picks out the sounds, and then I'll make a beat with the sounds that they picked out. And so the sounds in the song are all picked out by Sam, and so I just arranged the sounds in a way that I thought was pleasing. And thus, Purple Bus was born.
Question before you move on.
Answer.
How do you do you have a certain time range that these songs go to, or you just however long it is how long it is? Or do you go I'm gonna go to a minute at least with this one?
I am an avid ADHD song skipper, so I intentionally make my songs short. Because
You're
that's
telling
how
me.
that's how I like a song to be. Just get your point across. I don't need a fucking 3-minute solo. I don't need fucking a 10-minute fucking
Jaylen,
pre-chorus.
it's like me and you switched brains.
huh.
Back in the day, I used to skip the songs. It'd play the first note. I'd be like, nope.
Yeah.
And now I listen to songs, and you're just more like, first note, nope.
I want to say I've just listened to so much music now that I'm like, within 30 seconds of the song, I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna enjoy this song, so next. But
I'm about the same way.
I don't
I'll
blame-
listen to
I
a
don't blame you in the slightest.
little bit of the song, and then I'll just, if I know I won't I usually listen to music for the beat of the song than the lyrics. But
Fair enough.
if I don't like the beat, then I'll be like, nah.
Sometimes if I hear even just it'll take me hearing one part of the song that I like for me to start to flip my whole opinion on the song.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'll hear an opening and I'll be like, I don't know, but then there's a verse or something where
Right, the chorus hits and you're like, oh,
right,
shit,
and you're like,
fuck,
oh
okay.
shit, okay, damn, and then it just kind of starts easing up your opinion on everything else.
What I'll do is if I hear something that I like from a song, and I'll usually go to the band's page and listen to all the songs and be like, all right, Jaylen, well, this is Oingo Boingos, you should check them out. And he's like, no. I'm like, why? And he's like, because it's a terrible name. And I'm like, you're a terrible name. And he's like, what you mean by that? And I'm like, I don't know. And that's how our conversation went.
Boom, roasted.
Okay, moving on. All right, so Grinch. So this is the song that sparked the idea for the whole album being a video project. So I had this one idea for the flip in the song. When you say my name, this is how my heart goes, and then it goes boom, 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 boom. And then, so I was like, how cool would it be, you have this static shot, and then it goes, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. And
then he's like, Theo, hey,
yeah.
it's 11 at night. You want to come out and
I have
the
a
freezing
great
cold?
idea. And
I said, hey, it's snowing for the first time of the year. Come outside,
grab your coat.
grab the camera, and let's shoot this shot 7 times.
What would you have done if I pulled up with no camera?
We just done it on the phone.
Yeah.
What if I didn't pull up with the phone either?
I got a phone. We can
I
work
just
it out.
left the camera and phone at home. Just
Well, I
like,
guess not, because I
what'd you
use
eat?
the phone for like a speaker when I'm filming the video. So we gotta figure it out.
you know what would have been cool?
Huh.
If the next song after Grinch was an actual time. 2418.
I was about to say it is, but I don't think it is.
I think military clock
time
only goes to 24.
23:59.
Yeah.
So 24.
Hmm.
That'd have been really cool if it.
It's a time in another dimension.
There you go.
18 minutes after midnight. That's when I wrote that song.
My white in another dimension.
Possibility.
You're what?
White.
What?
White.
WHIT?
Yeah. E.
E? White Goodman. WHIT. E.
I wonder what the opposite of ourselves would be, since we're mixed. Would we just be mixed in the other dimension too?
Yeah.
But it's the opposite.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there's endless dimensions.
Well, then that would just mean that your parents are the opposite of what they are, and their parents are the opposite of what they are. And I guess that would apply to everyone, though.
There's a universe where the moms are black and leave the white dads.
Boom.
And the song after 2418 is Into Your Dreams, and that's
Welcome back to the Two Tone Podcast.
Take 5. Okay, so onward and upwards. So after Grinch, the song that inspired the whole video project, becomes 2418. It's like one of my most lyrically vulnerable kind of songs. It's kind of about, I just feel like, growing up, I feel like life kind of just, just kind of flew by, and woke up one day and I was 24 and I was like, how the fuck, I'm paying bills, I got an apartment, I got a car, I'm like, I'm just out here just being an adult, didn't even realize it.
Yeah, 2418 was easily one of my favorites on there, for sure.
Is that
Oh, thank
negative
you.
2 degrees outside?
Do
Right
I?
now?
Wear a short sleeve shirt. Be a man.
Be a man, too.
You said it's your most vulnerable, and that made me think of the guy that goes, be a man, after every saying that he has. The TikTok videos.
I know who you're talking about.
Jaylen doesn't know, because he's a little,
I don't
he's a little
TikTok.
slow on the internet.
Yeah, I just post and then shut the app. All right, so onward and upward. 2418, Into Your Dreams is inspired by a night that me and Sam drank too much. For this story. Take 6. So for Into Your Dreams is a story about one night my fiance may or may not have took too many shots and then got called into work, and then 15 minutes later they were like, come pick me up, I am on the bathroom floor. And so one of the lyrics in the song is a night on the town, yeah, we drank too much Crown, some of my favorite things, so that lyric kind of like formed the whole song around that one idea, I feel like that's how most of my
But Theo
songs
doesn't
kind of
do
come
that.
around.
Because he puts that shit down.
We're at the point, we've been recording too long, we lost TT's brain cells. It happens sometimes when we have to re-record, I'm sorry. Oh, he's freestyling.
He's nice and loose now. He's ready.
He's all right. Got the autism out. Let's go. Okay, so Into Your Dreams, next up, Change. So this song is about like how I thought when I first started making music on my own that I was going to make like beats and shit and, become like a rapper of sorts. And so, even though I don't make that kind of music now, I still enjoy the music I make. So there's some merit within the music I make, even though it's not what I thought I was gonna make. So that song leads into "Trapped," which is a rap song, the only rap song on the album. So um, it's just kind of me like battling my inner self, as it were, being like, you really, you don't even have a little bit of an aspiration for it. You can't even try a little bit, and so it's a rap song about that. And then it's a rap I wrote for fucking forever ago, and I was like, I'll never do anything with this. And then I was like, well, fuck it.
And then you did.
And then I did.
Hell yeah.
So there it is for your enjoyment. Which leads into Night Drive. That's kind of just like an instrumental filler song because I wanted there to be 12 tracks on the album. And so that one leads into Mystical Experience, which is a kind of like an EDM kind of song with a sample from Alan Watts. You remember from 45 minutes ago when we was recording this part.
Very
Alan Watts wearing the Crocs.
Motivational speaker type guy.
Yeah.
I had to explain that to you guys in the first cut because they didn't know.
Yep.
They didn't know who he was, even though
We
he's the
figured
one
it
who
out.
made the song.
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
I'm Alan Watts,
But he ain't wearing Crocs.
and I'm not wearing Crocs. This episode is not sponsored by Hey Dude
Or Vessi.
or who
Vessi.
or Vessi.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
You guys ain't never watched the Corridor Crew?
No.
Corridor Crew.
Yeah, it's a bunch of VR or not VR, VFX people that like do. Well, they do VFX.
Oh, I know what you're talking
And
about on YouTube.
It's like a group of people, and they like react to shit. And
They're like checking out the bad CGI and blah 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 movie.
Oh,
Or
I've seen
like,
some of
how do
those.
they do the effect and blah blah blah. You know.
I think I've seen some of those videos actually.
all their videos are sponsored by Vessi.
Gotcha.
And what do they do?
They're a shoe company.
Oh.
They're
Okay.
waterproof shoes.
Well, this
Is what they say
episode
they are.
not sponsored by Vessi. If you want to sponsor us, hit us up. Email us somewhere in there. You can find it.
Waterproof shoes are pretty mystical. Sounds like a pretty mystical experience.
It does sound like a pretty mystical experience, and I have
just to bring that
full circle.
full circle
All right, so moving
into
on.
a good transition.
Holy
Oh,
shit! Which is the name of the next song on the album. Again,
All right.
because I wanted 12 songs on the album, and so transition leads into finale. And finale is kind of like I've been getting back into playing the piano recently, so I realized I don't have a real piano forward kind of song, so just the keyboard and my fingers. So kind of like a emotional like TV score kind of vibe, But that is all of the songs on
On
the
to
album.
Spiff Diff and Kush.
I do. Hang on. I do want to ask you.
This motherfucker.
I do want to ask you,
What was your favorite to make, and what was your favorite that you released?
dude. It's like he's reading my mind.
Well, how did you know his question, Doug? That's fucked up. That's meta right there. So my favorite song to make, I would say, is Basement Tapes B-side.
Because I'm in his dreams. That's why.
What?
I'm in his dreams. That's why.
In his dreams.
In his dreams.
I'm so confused.
Your song,
In his dreams.
Into Your Dreams, yeah.
I'm in his dreams. That's why I knew what he was going to say.
Okay, this fucking guy. Okay. Welcome back to the Dudes on Podcast. Take
Take
7.
7.
So my favorite song to make on the album, I'd say, is Basement Tapes B-side. Just because me and the drummer that made the song, he's like one of my lifelong friends. We met in middle school.
Okay.
And he lives in LA. He comes back, every, couple times a year. So every time we get together, it's always a fun time, just jamming out in the basement, hanging out. So,
Sir, he lives in Law, not L.A.
La Anglaise.
Which I believe is French for whale's vagina.
I think it checks out.
Mm-hmm. little bit of Anchorman sprinkled in there.
Oh Lord. Okay, so my favorite song to make basement tapes. My favorite song that came out, I'd probably say Grinch. I think that's like my most like,
You know what you should have done for Grinch?
huh?
You should have dressed up like the Grinch
No.
and rapped. That would have been funny.
One of these ideas is gonna be a banger.
We're just throwing ideas at the wall
You
to see
ever
which one
seen-
Just hoping
sticks.
something.
Horrible Bosses 2. He's like, well, you had a lot of bad ideas that led to really good ideas. He's like,
You gotta, when you turn the faucet on, you don't drink the water that comes out first. You gotta let it run for a minute.
All right.
just like in a pee test, you don't pee in the cup with the first bit of pee or the last bit of pee. They want all the middle stream.
The middle pee.
The middle
I don't know what they're
stream.
putting in middle pee, but
That's the good pee, apparently.
that's what they want.
Have you ever?
That's a fact. I don't know if anyone watching this is taking a drug test, but that's a real thing. It literally says on the instructions, start pissing, and then piss into the thing, and then before you're done, go back, like stop pissing in the thing. Anyways,
My
He said,
So-
I digress.
you ever just go to work and then you feel like who's the boss in office?
Michael Scott.
You ever feel like Michael Scott when he's talking about how he wants to fire Toby?
No, because I'm not in a position to fire people. I'm more like
Well-
Jim, except like
No,
without the
the-
charisma.
No, when Michael Scott fires or wants to get Toby fired, they're like, we can't fire him without
Without cause.
without cause, and he's like, it's because I don't like him.
Yeah. Okay.
That's me. Anytime I go to work.
That's fair. I feel that way often. But I can't fire anyone.
Sadly.
Can't even hire anyone.
Damn. Gang.
I
Just
got-
kind of there.
I mean, I could quit.
I can't even spy on anyone.
Actually, I can spy on a lot. It's just like one big office. Eavesdropping it's actually, you can't help but eavesdrop because people just talk and the space is so small.
You ever tried hard drop?
Hard drop.
Yeah, instead of eavesdrop. It's hard. Instead of easy.
That's
All right,
when-
Theo's. We got to the point of this podcast where Theo's trying out fucking material. Okay, so let's get on to the film of the week.
Hey, I'm trying to get into the
so
comedy game, okay?
Why? So
Not working.
okay, so Spiff Diff and Kush. What made you come up with the characters in Spiff Diff and Kush? We talked about this a little bit. Let's
You smoke weed, so you're Kush.
bam. Checks out.
Mason's a comedian, so Diff. Because Diff is funny. And then Spiff is Russell, because he's a square. There you go.
Checks out. And so with the
Kid's a square, Benny.
the kids is square. Sandlot. Classic.
You got to be there.
I did appreciate the casting. I was
Honestly, I feel like everybody kind of fit
yeah,
right in their role.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, man. I'm not speaking English. My brain also might be gone right now. Shoot.
It happens to the best of us.
Dang it. Words.
Yeah, I mean, I knew who Spiff and Kush were going to be for the longest time. And then when I met you, I was like, Mason would be the Diff. Because he is Diff.
Thank you.
Different.
I think.
She said, I think that.
Fuck you, maybe? No, I'm kidding.
Thank you, I guess.
I'm like, oh.
He's like, oh.
No, I literally
yeah.
I literally had a moment. I go, I literally am Diff. I've been getting up with this fucking microphone. I've been like squeezing like this. It moves. I can just move it to get up, but instead I'm like
Don't interrupt.
matrixing with the
With
the mic.
But yeah, I think I did pretty good at Jesus Christ. Apparently, I can't speak either. Apparently, I'm just gonna be done.
Welcome back to the Two Tone Podcast. Take 8. So, with the casting, I feel like you did a pretty good job at casting. I feel like everybody, the characters, yes, you have the characters, but the actors behind the characters kind of, they live the life almost of the character,
Yeah.
And within, with having a character be so close to the person's, personality, I feel like a good thing that you did with the film was, letting everybody just kind of be loose with the lines. You had your bullet points of how you wanted the story to go, but it was pretty loose with the character to character interaction, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. Pause on that.
Oh Lord.
Do you remember when that customer came through the drive-thru?
Oh, here we go.
Welcome back to the
Do you?
Welcome back to the Two Tone Podcast, episode number whatever we're on. Okay. So,
Do you remember the customer that came through the drive-thru and couldn't say he wanted a chicken
this fucking
sandwich?
poor guy. So this guy, he came through. He just wanted a fucking Diet Coke. And this poor guy, he pulls up to the restaurant. Welcome to Zaxby's. How can I help you? Can I get a large diet, large diet, large diet, and I was fucking losing my goddamn mind in the back, and the fucking chick on the headset was trying to help him, but she was also losing her mind because I was losing my fucking mind. And this poor guy went on for like 45
that's what
seconds.
I felt like there for a minute when I just stopped talking because I couldn't say the words. But yeah.
Right.
Yeah, what's
Resume
it like
story.
being a director who can't speak?
It's very challenging, you see. But
Oh, shit.
no. What was the question again?
We Jaylen was telling you what a great job you did with casting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I definitely feel like the casting was really well done. But,
yeah, and again, no pressure. It's not like 2 of the 3 actors are.
no,
Here.
no, I'm joking.
Right. Honestly, they were all a fucking mess.
the work that I had to do behind the scenes. Just imagine he's got this like an old timey accent.
Would have fired
You ever,
them
you
if
ever
we
see,
had it in the budget.
you ever see those videos on Instagram where the guy's smoking like 4 cigarettes and has a cup of coffee and he's like coughing, and it's like a very like smoker's wheeze, almost. He's like, that's what. Imagine that. You had to be there.
I use that fucking bit all the time. Somebody would come around the corner at work and just, what was that? You had to be there.
But no, I definitely feel like I did a decent job with the casting. I mean,
Mason, you had a question?
oh yes.
Yeah. My biggest question to the director would definitely be, what was your
Was my
favorite? Nope. Hang on. What was your favorite part
To make.
to make of the film that was short? What was your favorite part to make, both in the final product? Like, what was your favorite part to what was your favorite part to write, and what was your favorite part that actually like came out of it? Because like sometimes when you're working on something, you're like, man, like this is my favorite part, but then like in the final product, you're like, actually, I think this was my favorite part.
I mean, my favorite part to write was, I don't even know. What was my favorite part to write?
Tell you what, while you think about that, was there any improv on this film?
Yes, there was a lot of improv.
Were there any major story beats that were improv, or was all that in the script?
The first option.
Yep.
Part A. Or no. Answer A.
What was improv in
Gonna
the
cover
script?
that. What?
What
There
was
was nothing improv in the script.
Oh, that was
It was
choice
all
A.
on set. Improvisation.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Was like, was there any big story points that was like, oh shit, that's funny, put that in there, rather than like just like a little quip on the line,
I don't think so.
No. I mean, other than like the
The big ass joint was
Yeah.
kind of like
big ass joint was
it was like a week before shooting.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh shit, we got to put that in there.
but other than that, I don't think there was.
I had a reason for asking
Much.
that. Kind of don't remember what it was, but.
But my favorite scene to write was probably I want to either say the party scene or the opening, or like the getting together when all the friends come together, or the party scene. But my favorite one to shoot was, or my favorite one that came out in the final was the last shot with the Russell on the car.
Jumping on the car.
The muzzle flash, I say.
Yeah.
Dude,
It looks
I
so
know.
good on camera.
Should do just like something crazy actiony. Like, I mean, like you could do some cool shit with those muzzle flashes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The only problem with those is that I would need all my guns to have a CO2 or like green gas instead of like electric or spring, because the gas goes through the.
Oh, that's what
thing
like
and-
triggers it, whatever.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, we had like that shit was fucking cool. Like that muzzle flash. So yeah, like the weapons we used on set were not real. And first off, Theo was a great director. First off, but second off, he was a great armorer. Very very mature and very very safe with how everyone handled.
Indeed.
Even though these were not real firearms, I appreciated
right.
the safety. You took that
Yeah.
very seriously. I
Right. Just because
appreciated
it's
that.
not real don't mean you can't get fucked up. By it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I appreciated we had a little meeting before, talked about it, how to handle it, what to do. I don't know. I just appreciated that. But yeah, like the way these things worked was like it was a CO2 gun and you would shoot it and then you had this tip on it and when the air went through it, it would light it up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was fucking awesome.
Aren't there also like different colors and shit you can program
Yeah.
it to?
Yeah. There was I think there's like red, orange, which we had it on, yellow, blue, and then rainbow.
What would be the point of changing? I guess if you're using it,
I mean, it's more for like airsofters than
than filming.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I mean, it works.
Yeah.
I feel like there was a lot of like little bits and pieces like that were put into the film that just made it like that one little step up. Like
one of the best things that I like to do for any film ideas that I come up with is go out and like go to like an antique store and find like props and like
Yeah.
stuff like that to put into the scenes.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Or like making stuff. I like to do that a lot too.
I would say a
But,
lot
yeah.
of the props and stuff. With the phone, it's just you could have had it just been like a cell phone call, but that the one little thing
Yeah, where
puts
did
you
that
in.
phone come from?
An antique store.
No, oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah,
awesome.
TT's Sunday afternoon stroll is down to Edinburgh, go to the antique mall and just hang around, just look for a new.
Yeah, there's like it's called
Is it the one that's like out? Hang on. There's one that I passed when I got family in. Where's Edinburgh in relation to Shelbyville? They anywhere near each other?
relatively.
I don't know.
ish.
I'm not good with
I drive by like this
Maps.
antique shop. It's literally like in the middle. Like when you're driving through the country, it's just straight farms and houses.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's literally an antique store. Like you just drive by and you're like, wait, what the fuck?
yeah,
Like,
I'm pretty sure that's
Is it 76 Antiques? Because that's the one I go to.
maybe. I almost stopped in there one day, but I was on my way to a family thing and I was late. And I was like, oh, I'll stop by after. When I went back, they were closed. It's like, son of a bitch.
Oh, I say it's like Franklin, Edinburgh, and then Shelbyville.
Yeah,
I
because
think.
that's what. Yeah, we drive south, and then you're just driving
Is that what it
through.
looks like?
Yeah.
This one's in Edinburgh. Though.
Okay.
It's like a big old barn type thing.
Yeah. They open up at like 10 and then they're open till 6. So I mean not that long, but long enough to go in and look around.
Where'd you get the outfits?
Goodwill.
Goodwill.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude.
Goodwill's
I
a
low key
goat.
fucked with my outfit.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Goodwill, and then the button up that you wore.
Yeah.
I bought that from Zoomies
Okay.
like a long time ago.
Yeah, I fucking. We also we did have an idea, that was just like a goofy idea that we didn't run with. But do you remember we were saying Diff should just add a layer, like in every scene he's like, in every time he comes on camera, he's got another.
Yeah.
He's wearing like I had the undershirt, and then I had the polo, and then I had the button up on after that.
Had 3
Oh,
whole shirts on
man.
just cause.
Dude, that would have been. That's what I meant. Like, dude, it's like, I love the way it turned out, but like, man, you put 4 different cuts in there, and this movie's just like, completely
Yeah.
goofy, off the rails. Like,
Oh yeah.
I loved it though. It's so funny.
We'll have to see if we can do a spoof cut or something.
Right, like just like a cut where it's just like, oh yeah, every wild decision that could have been made was like.
I wanted to kind of do it like the old Disney movies where like you remember in like Toy Story at the end of it, it's like the credits are rolling and then the little penguins off at the side and it's just like rolling the bloopers of the movie.
I loved when the Disney movies would do like blooper reels of like acting like the monsters or shit, like Monsters Inc. Like acting like they're in a movie. Like, I don't know, shit was so funny.
The funniest part about that to me is that they had to animate the blooper. Like
Right.
the blooper is just audio, but they animate.
Right.
They have the actual film, but then somebody took time to be like, it would be funny if Sully was like, "Ah, fuck, that wasn't my line," and then
Yeah.
he just turned around.
Dude, that's actually a great point. Do animated bloopers come from them fucking up the lines, or does someone write the blooper scenes?
I'm guessing that it's bloopers of the audio and then they just draw out the scene.
And then they're like, "Oh, that was funny. Like animate that."
Yeah.
I'm sure it's like an improv that like didn't hit or something. Maybe
Okay.
like like a different take.
Because I don't feel like they would purposely mess up I don't feel like they would mess up an animation because like to set up an animation drawing, it takes so much.
Well, that's why I'm like, if they're just like in the box and they're reading their lines and they fuck it up, then they're just like, oh, okay, like this audio was a fuck up, and this is like they take, because half of a blooper is
What it's
you
actually
want,
supposed
right?
to be. Yeah.
So you already have that drawn, and then which I mean, not to make animators' job sound easy, but like then you just have to do the last half of the fuck up or whatever.
That makes sense.
But
Yeah.
Spiff Diff and Kush.
Yeah. I got some others in the work right now.
Hell yeah.
I mean, they're coming along, but there's some parts that I could cut out of the first draft. But still in the first draft, so.
The first draft is always shit. I think Hemingway said that or something. Something close.
People will
Paraphrasing.
be screaming for the kale cut. We want the 4-hour version.
4-hour version. We could do it probably with all the fucking. It's just the same cut, just like each take of
Dude,
every cut.
the bag scene would be 2.5 hours long. Oh man, yeah. I tell you what, that bag scene really put our acting chops
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
to work there.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Especially
Had to take a cigarette break halfway through. I was like, all right, yo, somebody doing my lines while Spiff is doing his fucking solo take.
Oh, jeez. That was... at least we got through it.
Yep.
Yeah. I think it came out really, really good for, for the time that we had to put into it, the people that work behind it, appreciate you, Catherine and Josh, if you're checking this out, somehow.
Yeah, they were both fantastic.
Yep.
Super fun time making it. What did you say? It was at like 800 and some views or something?
Yeah. 835 or something like that.
Balling out. Oh yeah.
Definitely
But,
appreciate everyone
yeah.
who checked it out.
Yeah. I feel like this next one is gonna be really good though.
Care to divulge any
gonna say-
details to the public, or is it all strictly Kevin Feige style under wraps?
I wrote an NDA. I can't say. No,
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Yeah, right.
But
I'd have to kill you. If I
it's
told you.
the premise is a bank robbery,
Okay,
but it's about as far as I could tell.
fair enough.
Very
You heard it here first,
interesting.
folks.
Another action film, eh?
This one's more action than comedy, but yeah.
Right, I was about to say. Spiff Diff Kush is definitely like a comedy action
Yeah.
movie. Action comedy. I don't know which one you put first, but
Action adventure comedy.
there you go.
The way that Luke shot his lines were low key kind of funny. I don't even think he meant to do it that way.
I'm gonna say, watching it back, it was definitely like Colt knows Kush, and he's like, this fucking idiot. Where's Spiff, man? Come on now. I think there's like an odd connection between those two characters,
Yeah.
even though they only have that little bit at the end, but
Yeah, when's the sequel come out?
I don't know.
and no post credit scene.
And is it gonna be called Spiff Diff and Kush 2, or is it gonna be
Spiff and Kush.
Spiff and Kush? Because
Spuff.
as we know,
That one, yeah, it wasn't good.
Diff is dead.
Or is
Maybe he is, maybe he isn't.
Bum,
don't know.
bum, bum.
To quote the great Luke Skywalker, no one's ever really gone.
We just get a little fucking force clone of Diff.
Dude, where's the
Uh.
outfit? Let me put. Dude, oh my god. We should have come in character, dude. That would have been so funny. Holy shit.
We don't have the button up though. Oh
We don't.
No,
Oh,
you-
because
Oh,
they're
yeah, I
covered
got
in
blood
blood.
on it, yeah. Sadness.
Is there even a shot of me covered in blood?
I don't think
By
so.
the way, I
Yeah.
watched it. And so I just remembered this. Yeah, I watched it, and then it ended. I watched it with my girlfriend, and then the credits or whatever. And I was like, wait a minute.
Here's a hold up.
Go.
Y'all poured that shit on me for no reason.
And then the blood splatter.
Oh, that scene was
The
a
blood
fucking.
splatter. We did like how many takes of you spitting blood with a straw?
It was a fucking mission to try to get that shit on film.
Oh man, it was so funny. I was so excited to see how. So I'm assuming because it was edited,
Yeah,
and so you just
yeah.
did it behind the scenes.
I just did it frame by frame and just cut out like
Okay.
it's like a little like blood splatter like.
What I think is funny is during that blood splatter scene, Jaylen didn't edit like a bullet hole or anything, so it's just blood coming out of your shoulder and nothing's like there's no like bullet that came through your body.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
It's just blood. Just
I will say my girlfriend thought it wasn't me who got shot. Because she was like, "Wait, where are you?" I was like, "I'm dead."
I'm dead. Jeez.
Should have made it a little bit more dramatic, I guess.
Oh, dude. It was awesome. I fucking.
Just throughout every scene, we just write the name on the character's back or something. Just
Russell needed more blood on his face. That was the
Yeah.
problem. He turns around and it's just like three little dots, and I'm like, well, yeah, that could have been more convincing.
Yeah.
But
Did we?
But I also didn't want us to be out there for like till like 4 a.m. trying to get that stuff.
Well, and wasn't it originally supposed to be? Didn't you get shot in the hand?
yeah, we cut that out.
Okay, that was a long night. I did not remember that.
Because we got done like around 2, didn't we?
Yeah, we was like from
Yeah.
10 o'clock to 2, and then
We had to fucking restart because the lights went out.
the fucking parking lot. We literally got like 25% done with the whole shoot, and then the fucking parking lot
Yeah.
lights go out, and so all the lighting is different, and we just had to throw up lights and park cars in different places using
Fucking
headlights and shit.
That fucking
Oh, it
dickhead
was
that sat in
terrible.
his truck for an hour and a half.
Oh yeah.
He was just sitting in his car, just fucking letting it warm up because it was an old ass truck, just for like 30 minutes,
Right.
just rum, bum, 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 bum. I'm like, come on, dude, can we do this somewhere else? But anyways,
But yeah, man. I mean, anyone who's come up to me about it has said that they really enjoyed it, and I mean, I had a great time making it. If people had a great time watching it, I mean, that's all I can really ask for.
yeah,
So, yeah, I hope you guys and anyone else who was involved, obviously the Catherine and Josh and all of our extras from the party scene, everyone was, everyone was super fun to work with.
it was a super fun time. I must say, I'm super proud of how it came out.
Yeah.
With the next one, I want to get it earlier in the day, like not like 7 o'clock in the morning, but like at least like maybe start at like noon or like around noon, like 9.
Just have more actual daylight to work
yeah,
with.
because we didn't really have that much daylight to work with, and
Yeah.
we had to throw up lights outside and shit like that.
That
I feel
being
like-
said, it looked that opening shot of Russell that was at night, wasn't it? And you set up the light outside, or was
It was just turning tonight, so
Yeah,
the
but
light
is it
was
like,
still out,
like
or the
dusk?
sun was still out.
But there were a few scenes that were shot in the living room that we
Yeah.
used the light
Yeah.
for, and
Yeah.
it was pitch black outside. Which
Like most of the scene when you come in, it was shot like a little bit after.
okay.
I also
Um,
think the scene of Russell sitting at the couch was shot. We had the light outside on that one.
that's what I was thinking.
Like the
yeah.
establishing, like the first one at, like the
when he's sitting on the couch and
the title shot.
after the title shot.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or I guess when does the title comes on when he's making cereal, doesn't it?
it starts when he's making cereal. It ends when he picks up the phone.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was all at nighttime.
I don't think it was at like exactly nighttime. I think it was like just turning night or something like that.
I don't remember.
Like it was just getting dark.
Either way, but yeah,
but-
there was a couple of scenes where we had like lights outside the window
Yeah.
and like everything else blacked out, so just like keep the light inside.
I really liked the shot of you walking up to the house, but I wish the sun wasn't in that shot.
Yeah,
It would have looked so good with if the sun was like higher.
yeah, I get that.
Also, the fucking cicadas on that shot.
Yeah, that was good. I did everything I
Yeah.
could. It's, you can still hear me
I mean-
back. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
fucking going ham.
I heard it on the original audio track, and I was like, "That is so fucking loud."
Yeah.
But yeah, man, fucking props to Theo for directing, and props to Jaylen for acting and editing and everything.
Props to you for acting, man.
Oh,
Super fucking good actor.
Oh,
props to
no,
everybody.
that's- appreciate it, but no, I thought I was, I don't know. Everyone was great at what they did, and I mean, I don't know. Again, it was my first time on a set. I was a little nervous. I mean, I don't know. Especially, I don't know. You know, Josh is carrying around this big ass fucking camera, and
Right.
fucking Catherine's got a fucking battery pack, looks like a goddamn bomb on her. It's like, oh yeah, it's all my sound stuff. I mean, it was
Tuck
like,
this up under your shirt, clip it
Right.
on there, and it was like, okay, what the fuck am I? How do I do this?
yeah, I'm like, and
Yeah.
all the lights and shit. I'm like, there was legit shit going on in there.
Oh yeah. And props to everybody for filling in for fucking like little odd jobs here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, brain a little scrambled from the TIG. Yeah. Did we not talk about the glass and
The glass shot.
No,
the
not
glass?
yet.
Oh my god.
So the one scene where the window gets shot out, there's the raw footage of it. Is you can just see like the window that's about to get shot out like this, and so the way we did it, we just rolled the window down and had somebody sit in the car and throw glass out the window. So every take is like action, and then just somebody's hand just popping up out of the window, and I'm just like, okay, well, gonna have to fix that somehow.
But yeah, I mean, it was just like, I don't know. Part of like what's fun I'm working on like something smaller is that like if you're not in the shot, like find something else to do because
Right,
there's something to do.
Yeah.
Like
There's definitely plenty of work to be done.
yeah.
Especially in like a really small production like we had.
Yeah. I got to be the Slater, the guy who fucking
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take 27 Alpha.
oh, yeah.
Didn't you write something on the slate?
there's like 4 takes of one scene. I forget what scene it is, but it says director, and I put little pee-pee boy, and nobody noticed until like they went to go to the next scene, and it was like, okay, this is fine. It was the bit for me.
But
yeah.
Thank you to everyone that allowed us to use their property or locations.
Indeed, appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man, like that was part of the like what was so cool too was like anyone who like let us. There were so many people who were cool with us filming inside, outside their houses. I mean,
Oh yeah,
people were really supportive, and I just that was seriously huge thank you to those people because I don't know, it just
really couldn't have done without you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's how easy is it to tell a couple of people to fuck off, I
Oh, yeah.
mean,
Especially when they're bringing like 300 pounds worth of equipment over to your house.
yeah, I mean, if I was like, oh, sure, you can work on your project, and then people started coming over with, like, the
So, like,
cameras and the lights and shit.
Back
Like,
the truck in.
Right.
Back the truck in.
yeah, I'm like, we had the cars facing the driveway with the, I mean, like, we were...
Blocking the whole street.
Yeah,
just
we
to
were
get
not
some shots.
discreet, like...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But no, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just was really cool. Everyone was super helpful. It was nice.
Hell yeah. All right, yo. We made it a whole nother hour on the reshoot, and that's a pretty good fucking spot for me. So let's hop into... Oh, shit. Pause. Okay, so step 1, making sure this is tied to something that's actually recording audio. Okay, so... turn that down. Go to settings real quick. Audio, headphones. Okay, I think y'all should be able to hear now. Check.
Oh,
Okay,
I got
we
one
got
more thing.
audio out the TV. Okay,
I got one more thing before we start this.
what's up?
Thank you to Russell for making the animated intro for my short
Oh,
film.
yeah, we didn't even talk about that. That's super sick. Since Russell isn't here, he was Spiff. I don't know if we got around to that, but Russell couldn't be here for scheduling issues, but hopefully we can get him on in the future. But yeah, he did the animated intro. I thought that was a super sick little tidbit in the movie, you know. How many people can say that they have their own title sequence or whatever? you
Yeah.
know?
With he animated which part?
The very beginning where like the door opens and it goes into the camera and it's like Glass House Productions.
Yeah.
and
He
then the
did
glass
that.
breaks and
Yeah.
all that.
Oh, that
yeah,
was
he
sick.
animated all that.
Hell yeah.
He does like video game stuff, so he knows how to use Blender and
Okay.
he actually has a YouTube channel. Shouts out Mossy Boulder, I think it's called.
Okay.
But he does like gaming content and updates on like what he's doing and stuff. So
Well, hell yeah. I thought that part was sick. I saw that. I was like, oh, that was fucking dope.
yeah,
So, yeah,
I
right
think
on,
it turned
Russell.
out really fucking sick. He did like all the soundscapes and that one part too.
Okay.
Like I just sent him the little musical part for it, and he put it in there. And
Hell yeah.
turned out really fucking cool.
All right. I didn't know you had game like that, Russell.
Okay, so I don't remember if we did TT's talks last time he was here.
Jaylen, my face is like...
Oh.
Cut
Well,
it.
My face.
With my
Scoot in
face.
or something. There you go. Excuse me. Okay, so here we go.
This is Jaylen and Lightning.
You gotta turn this on so y'all can hear it.
Is that a pinky? I'm an evil cat. I'll bite your big toe off.
The solution is always there, you know. You just don't feel like taking it sometimes.
Said it, then I gotta go, and then I gotta get it, then I gotta blow, and then I gotta shut it. Any little thing a nigga think that he be doing, cause it doesn't matter, cause I'm gonna then I'm gonna.
The amount of TikToks Theo sends me is honestly alarming sometimes.
As soon as these things line up,
Little
I'm gonna
motivational
live
talk
my
for you.
life. And in the meantime, I'm burning the best time I do have available. I'm burning this candle down, and I'm saying as soon as it gets bright enough or warm enough in here, I'm gonna show up. But the candle's getting smaller. You can't wait for everything to be perfect to start living your life.
Theo Von Loki is a genius.
The
That was
ratio,
surprisingly insightful.
the ratio of like just fucking retarded shit that he says to like the amount of like actually helpful life advice.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand how you can be that just like goofy and silly and that like, you know, just
Fucking-
down and you
My
know.
favorite clip of Theo Von is when he puts on the glasses and he's like, "These are my autism protection." And he's like dodging autism.
Bro,
or
the
some
solo episodes of Theo Von, bro, even if you're not into like podcasts and shit, listen to the solo episodes from this past weekend. There's so many times where like I'll listen to the podcast and just he's just so real with like what he talks about in his on his pod, and I can't lie, I've cried a couple times watching his podcast because he's just so fucking
This is
such
Jaylen.
a gentle soul, you know.
Is this how it feels, Mason?
Yeah, people with glasses.
Oh God, they try to drown me in this hole. I cannot.
Cannot say.
Yes, that's accurate.
Asked me to get some Roy Sister Cherie sauce, and
Strength, I swear to God. There's 150,000 ways to mispronounce that, and you missed every one of them. You missed every one of them. It's just Worcestershire.
You see what she said?
asked me to get some Roy Sister Cherie sauce,
That Warrior Sister Cherie sauce. Oh. Sound like you're talking about your cousin, Roy's sister, Cherie.
Right.
I think we was on this one. Okay, yeah. All right, last talk.
Buongiorno.
Big cat.
That one made me laugh a little bit too hard when I first saw it. I ain't gonna lie. Oh,
Oh my
God.
god.
Did you want to know?
The music fucking. All right, so I want to say thank you one more time for watching the Two Tone podcast. Check the link description below for Spiff Diff Kush. Also, keep your eye out because I'm dropping music videos on your ass every week for the next however many weeks I have left. So check it out. Podcast on Tuesdays, music videos on Mondays. Well, let's start on Monday. Music video Monday, Two Tone Tuesday, Two Tone Gaming Thursdays. So hit the subscribe button. I appreciate everybody for listening. TT will put your I already said that. Spiff Diff Kush in the link below.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Keep your eyes peeled. You got anything you wanna plug or anything?
Nope. Just go check out Spiff Diff Kush, and you know what? Go support live comedy. How about that?
Oh yeah, we didn't really even get into comedy this the second time around. Well, we'll have to have you on again another day.
Yeah. Anytime.
Imagine if we got everybody that was part of Spiff Diff Kush on.
That would be a crazy ass podcast.
Just like we have the whole room filled with the people.
I'd need an actual like tower monitor thing. The laptop would not.
We can ask Russell to bring his.
We get four 4 microphones deep, and the laptop's like, I no longer work.
Just melts.
Yeah, it would literally start just, it might take off.
Wait, what was that movie that you went to see?
Which one?
Tuesday after the comedy special. You said you were going to go see it.
I was going to go see Gladiator 2. I did end up seeing it, but I didn't get to go see it that night, which actually, oh, dude. Yeah, I guess a little short story. I was so shitty that night, and like unreasonably shitty. Like small little, I watched Gladiator for the first time, like, I don't know, last Sunday, the Sunday before.
Uh-huh.
Probably in my top 5 movies of all time. Like,
oh shit,
dude, Gladiator's fucking epic. And I literally watched it on Sunday. It ended at like 9:55, and I looked at AMC. There was a 10 o'clock showing of Gladiator 2. And my girlfriend was like, yeah, it's so late. We both got to work tomorrow. Like, it's a 2.5-hour movie. Like, we're going to be miserable if we go. Like, let's just go a different day. Well, I have D&D Monday, so I couldn't go Monday. And then Tuesday, I was like, I'm doing the open mic night. Like, I can't do it Tuesday. Well, I did the open mic night, and I was like extremely ecstatic, had a great time. And then all you guys were heading over to the Smock or whatever, to the next place. And like, I really wanted to go, but Araya had promised that we'd go watch Gladiator. And I was like, man, dude, like, we're going to go see a movie. Like, I can't make it.
Right.
And then I get back to the house and check the movie times, and it was at like for 9:15, not 9:45. So like we were already 15 minutes late.
Damn.
And I was like, man, I don't get to see Gladiator, and I don't get to go to another fucking open mic night with all my fucking buddies. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, oh, dude, I was livid. And then I ended up seeing Gladiator the next day on Wednesday, and it was not very good. I fell asleep. I also ate like an edible before, so that's why, like, I keep falling asleep in movies, and I'm like, man, these movies just must not be good. And I'm like, I also keep eating edibles in movies, and I'm like,
the amount of weed that I consumed before the movie might not have helped either.
Yeah, right. I'm like, that movie was bad.
I mean,
I also can't comprehend words right now.
Jaylen always be falling asleep, like not even.
Oh yeah,
off edibles.
I'm gonna say I'll go to a movie sober and just pay $15 to take a nap.
Take a nap, yep.
Yeah, it's a comfy ass chair though. I ain't gonna lie.
I fell asleep in Wicked too. What are you gonna do?
That's what Sam's in there watching right now. Or no, they're not.
Oh yeah, no, right? Yeah,
but
yeah. They're at the theater. They're at the theater, right?
Yeah, in there in the theater. Right. Yes, Theater 4, I believe it is.
Yeah.
9:15 showing. But yeah.
Well,
that movie's gonna make $1 billion.
Oh yeah,
it's fine.
I'm just gonna say, the next script so far, I'm gonna need actors, because I got a lot of parts.
Oh.
So hit them man up. Glasshouse Films 8 on Instagram. Hit him up if you want to be an actor or behind the scenes person or
even
anything.
Just an extra.
Yeah, anything film related. But check out Back to the Basics on all streaming platforms, wherever you get music. I want to say thank you one more time for watching the Two Tone Podcast. Thank you one more time for staying for the retake of the episode. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you guys. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you.
I'm sending my audition tapes to Theo when I get home.
Go for it. Headshot and 15-second audition.
That's exactly right.
I need your life backstory and all that.
He's got the SAG after cards.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for watching. This has been the Two Tone Podcast. Hit subscribe.
Do it now.
Oh, Jesus. That was rough. Thank you, guys.